Hey guys, welcome to Main Street Cinemas. We are back. Today I have a special guest, Casey from the Scene Snobs. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It is great to have you on. First time. Really like your show.
First time, long time. Super excited.
Oh, really?
Hope I do well.
Oh, awesome. You'll probably do better than any of other guests that we've had.
We'll see. You've had some solid guests.
We've had some solid guests, right? But we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League today. We saw the 4-hour wonder that was.
That wanted to be.
Yeah, that wanted to be, possibly, if that's the way we want to go about it. So, basically, this spoiler alert first.
Oh, yeah.
So,
heavy spoilers. If you haven't seen it, stop, go watch it, and then you will understand everything we're about to say.
Do not continue and get mad, because we don't care.
Yeah.
Let's just dig into this one.
Here we go.
What was good about this one?
There were parts.
Yeah.
There were definitely parts that were good by comparison, because there were so many things that were awful.
Yeah.
So it's tough to say what was just like outright great. The Flash was better. The Flash was way better.
Okay.
I think the story overall was better told. We had a lot more time. A lot more time to see everything unfold the way he wanted it to, and for us to really get a true story out of it that made sense all the way through and didn't diminish the characters in any way. Okay. I think we got a lot of good fan service.
Yeah.
A lot of good fan service.
Yeah.
And a lot of Jason Momoa shirtless.
Ooh.
So that automatically ups you, bro.
For the ladies.
Automatically ups you.
For the ladies.
The ladies who have to sit through 4 hours of this, who are like, oh my God, he's doing it. Like, you got Jason Momoa shirtless.
If you want to see Jason Momoa walk down a stretch of brick with some whiskey, slowly taking off his shirt and having water bust off his chest, this is the movie for
some shirts that didn't even have to be off because they were barely shirts anyway.
I feel like part of the budget was CGIing shirts onto him so he could take them off.
Right. Yeah, that was a big part of it. The fishnet one was really cool. That was fantastic.
And this is for people that love Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
we're just like,
Jason Momoa.
What's up with these shirts?
Khal Drogo is amazing. I think he's a great Aquaman. It works for me.
Just leave the shirt off.
But he's shirtless all the time. It's just what's happening. It's his life.
Just leave it off.
They have so many tattoos on him, though. How much money goes into the budget for his tattoos?
Yeah, they draw those on, right? Hopefully, well, the budget didn't change because those are all scenes that were shot, right? So most of it was all digital, aside from the the Martian Manhunter, and the Joker scene, which we will get into a little bit later. Good from me.
Yes.
Story-wise, obviously, it makes more sense. If it doesn't make more sense with 4 hours, it never will make more sense. It's not. I mean, that's not amazing.
That's
to me.
No, but that's what it was.
It makes more sense because it's longer. Yes.
My thesis 101. All right, I got a C in that class.
Yes,
but guess what?
Yes.
It passed.
Yes, you get more time to see the characters that didn't have solos. You get some background. Cyborg is focused on more. The movie more centers around him and Flash, and what's going to happen with one in the future and one in that movie. You get better backstory for the villain, so he's not just some weirdo walking around saying the Unity for 2 hours, which is literally what he is in the first one.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You don't know, and he's like weirdly worried about some person that you don't
ever see.
Now you know, and you understand that he's a sucker,
and he has cooler armor.
Yes,
cooler armor.
He looks more like a comic book version, kind of.
Exactly.
So if.
Snapping the arrow scenes off. Come on, it was extra CGI. It worked. It got me something.
Steppenwolf is better. It's still the whole. He's kind of a lackluster villain, he's a very MCU villain to me
overall.
But obviously, that has to happen because Snyder was going to make more movies.
Exactly.
He was going to make more movies.
There was supposed to be more. Darkseid was supposed to be the next thing. He was the Thanos build-up.
Yeah.
That never came.
But the real big things that make it just better, the good things, are the things that, I like because I'm kind of a Snyder bot. I support Snyder. I'm a Snyder apologist.
I love Snyder. I love 300.
Yes.
I think he's a fantastic director. Watchmen was
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, look, Sucker Punch was only good if you cut out all the real scenes.
Yes.
If you only focus on the fantasy scenes, it's an amazing movie.
Yes.
I have a blast with that movie.
He had a blast making it, probably, I think.
But as soon as they get into the real life scenes, and I'm like, this is like a 2 at best. Like, it was awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
So, better action. I think every action scene, every action sequence in this version is way better than the original version.
Totally agree.
Like, if you put them side by side, they're just better.
Yep.
Even small things like just Superman dodging shit. Like, just
how about Batman always having an answer? He finds a way.
Yes.
He does what he does. That tactician skill shows,
That's
know.
What he's there for.
That's his brain.
Yeah.
Man, that's what he has. Brilliance and billions.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Blood. I get it. It's not some people's thing. I don't know what's wrong with you. When people fight or if they die, if you get your head smashed into a wall, there's not clay in there. There's probably blood in there. So I want to see it.
Blood.
I want to see the blood.
I want to believe that person died. And the
know?
Amazonians you see finally fucking die. And that's important because we've never seen that.
Yeah.
Not with that blood.
You see the Atlantean get smashed against when he smashed against the rock and all the blood piles.
How about Mira pulling the
His
blood
head
out of his
was
face?
like,
I was like, well,
God.
that's awesome, man.
Wonder Woman's intro fight is improved to the point where it's like tops now.
It makes a lot of sense.
Like, it's just, there are people calling for him to direct the Wonder Woman movie now, which I'm like, look, he was involved in the first one.
Yeah.
Obviously, because there's slow motion in it.
It's so slow.
he made
It's
Patty
so
do
slow.
that. He's like, Patty, you have to add slow motion to make it fit into my world.
Make it slower.
Slower. But that scene is better than everything that was in 1984.
Yeah.
So,
fair.
And that's a scene we saw 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we already
2017.
we already saw that scene.
Yep.
And it's a scene that got cut down.
Yeah. I did a side-by-side rewatch. So I spent the first hour watching the Justice League, Snydercut.
Yeah.
And then I flipped back to the Jack Snyder version.
Okay.
And it was
Jack Snyder.
2017. It was just terrible. It was terrible. Like, watching that fight made no sense. When you go back and watch Snydercut, I'm like, oh, okay. They gave you that story.
It's where they cut it.
Exactly. That's where you see it.
Not saying the cuts here make that much more sense either. It's just,
it's
longer. You get more with the character, at least. It's still, like I said earlier, I was like, why are we hanging out with Cyborg and then all of a sudden you're with Lois Lane somewhere?
Oh, God. And then hanging out, that scene where you flip to Ma Kent hanging out with Lois Lane in the Justice League 2017 is awful.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. It's terrible on both parts. It was uncomfortable. It didn't fit well.
No.
This Snyder Cut made a great version of it, and it's freaking Martian Manhunter.
And
it's not even really Ma Kent, which is even better.
The thing about that is that the scene's still probably unnecessary unless you're putting Martian Manhunter in there.
Exactly.
And that's the reason you do it, to introduce him, right? The reason it didn't make sense before is because they're like, we don't care, that doesn't matter. But if Martian Manhunter shows up,
now we
fan service.
Exactly.
We're happy.
And it is it's a good scene.
Yeah.
Getting Lois inspired to get out. That was one of the few times I started to feel connected to Lois Lane in this entire fucking DCU horseshit. So
I think another good thing was it really felt like an epic. The tone's darker, obviously.
Wait.
The tone,
darker,
and the lighting. The lighting. It was all dark.
It was all sepia
Nighttime.
tone, dark. Like you could see golds, blacks, and silvers.
There was
and that was
always a storm
grayscale.
coming.
Oh my God.
Always a storm.
All the goddamn storms.
I was like, is the sky going to clear up when they beat Steppenwolf? No, it didn't clear up.
Never.
It's just dark like that.
Exactly. Welcome to dark.
It's just dark.
It was awful.
But it kind of like at one point, I don't know. It might have been because I was watching it for so long, but at a certain point, I was like, is this like fucking Fellowship of the Ring? Like this? It felt like that. It felt epic on that level.
Yeah.
Which is not really something I've ever gotten from DCU.
The DCU has always tried to do it, and I felt like you get snippets of it. I use Suicide Squad because that's where you have so many open-ended stories.
Yes.
None of them closed.
Yes.
That's the reason it's not a good movie, because we didn't get the full stories. We got parts of a story that never fit.
Yeah.
If there was a 4-hour cut of that, I bet you it'd be fantastic, and I wish I had that.
Probably is.
I know. I'm okay with that.
4-hour cut of everything.
I want to watch that. I legit want to watch that. But that's what they did with this one. Is Snyder brought us along for the ride.
Yeah.
from more of the Batman perspective, and we cared a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we did learn about that team building, which we haven't had at frickin' all. But I mean, it took 4 fucking hours because of slow motion.
That's the good. But with the good, you have to. The good is that you get more of that.
Yeah.
But it's 4 hours.
4 hours.
So we'll just segue into the bad.
Yeah.
First bad thing. It's fucking 4 hours long.
4 hours long.
I don't care who you are. 4 hours is too long.
It was
not
so
palatable.
long.
It's not that it felt long. It is long.
It is, yeah.
It's not like it didn't have to feel like I was going to watch it.
This was a commitment.
But yeah, it's like I made a choice and I knew I was going to be watching. I checked at one point and I was only like 2 hours and 20 minutes in. And I was just like, oh shit.
And it's the slow fucking motion. He just pulls it out so much. It's like a Michael Bay Armageddon countdown that was supposed to be 10 seconds long, and it's 40 seconds.
Yes.
How was a countdown 40? It was horrifying.
I mean, that first hour is great. It's a lot of slow-mo, though.
A lot.
That is probably, like, because you get the tone, you get the score. It's not as good as a Hans Zimmer Man of Steel like score, but it still brings in the BVS score, which a lot of people hate BVS. I think you don't like BVS either.
I fucking hate it.
See, a lot of people hate BVS.
Absolute trash.
I like BVS.
No, garbage. I don't
think it's good, but
look,
I will watch it because I'm like, this shit is cool.
I know there is a longer cut, some director's cut out there that I have not seen yet that I've heard is better. It makes it a little better. But they just shoehorned Doomsday in such a shitty way, I can't forgive that, because that was one of my favorite comics growing up.
Yeah.
So it hurt.
And the scene at the beginning of this, with Doomsday, gets an aspect ratio that we don't really get in BVS.
Yeah.
Where you see the size difference.
Right.
With the spear through Superman and Doomsday. And I was like, did we see that at BVS?
No, we didn't see how big he was.
He was massive.
Right. Well, and they even do that different in this one, Justice League. They mention how big Steppenwolf is, and you see that. You feel that a little bit, and you start going, oh, he's 13 feet tall.
Yes.
Okay, he is terrifying.
Yes. He's a big, giant monster.
Whereas in the first one, he's
the Unity.
He's not shit. The Unity. And it's funny how they took more of the actor out and gave him a deeper, weirder voice, so he sounds nothing like. Whereas when the 2017 came out, he sounds exactly or very similar to the actor, and that actor has a very specific voice.
Yeah.
So it was funny that he lost his voice in that transition.
Yeah. So
made it better. Better.
That's a good thing about Steph. Well, I don't even think there was nothing bad about Steppenwolf in this aside from Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh,
boring.
My nephew.
Yeah, I just want to hang out with my nephew.
Okay, we get it.
I'm sorry I tried to betray you. It's just
so it's just the villain. Obviously the villain still sucks.
Yeah.
Because that's not something you can change.
No,
like
they can't just be like new villain, everyone. Haha.
I don't think it's fair to say a bad thing is that it's still the same thing. Like I watch it and I see a different movie, but it's the same movie.
It is.
Like if a normal person who is not even a medium fan, like someone who doesn't pay attention at all,
straight up know nothing, who's
just
someone who doesn't care,
saw the movie in 2017 one time, and then they watch this, they're gonna be like, "Why the hell am I watching the same movie? And why is it 4 hours long?
Why is it so much longer?
It's so much longer.
So much longer."
And for me, I see it and I'm like, that wasn't it.
Well,
every time there wasn't something in it, I'm just like, this is different. This is different.
There's a lot fewer upskirt shots.
Yeah.
Like you notice, the Joss Whedon touch.
Yes.
You lost that Joss Whedon touch. He definitely trashed all of the Whedon cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
anything that was added from Whedon, he did not keep.
No, it was gone.
But that also, so much of what Whedon had was what Snyder filmed.
Mm-hmm.
When you look back on it, it's like they just cut things out.
Yeah,
it's like a mashup cut.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like we didn't reshoot the whole fucking movie.
Right, of course not. Well, because
he took all of the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good storytelling stuff that progressed the way he wanted it to, which it did. They just moved.
It's the same story.
It is. It's the same story.
If you boil it down to it.
Better. There's no fucking Batman lip quivering, which is it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. That I was so upset, Kings.
Yeah.
When he did that, when Batman runs out of bullets, runs out of options, and when Superman shows up, his lip quivers.
Yeah.
I was horrified.
Yeah.
I was like, this is bullshit. I will forever be angry about Batfleck. And he
said
wore his
quiver.
fucking outfit without the cowl like 40 times.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
No one cares. Give me Batman. Snyder gave me Batman.
Yeah.
This reinstilled my faith in Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Batfleck.
They did call
I
each
love
other
it.
by their first names a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Like in public.
All the time.
I'm just like,
Everywhere.
Do you guys have secret identities anymore?
Not really.
No? Those two cops there, they know who Clark is?
Apparently. Yeah, dude,
They know who Bruce is?
Same thing, yeah.
They know all these names?
Well, yeah, and then
It doesn't matter because everyone's like,
I was terrified the whole time going, stop using their names. Stop
it was
it.
that, the addition, taking out, the do you bleed and then adding the other stuff. That was cool. But,
The good fight in Central Park when he showed Superman
was
Park,
better.
whatever. It was way better.
Everything's better.
Way better. But here's the thing: you're going better from a 1.
Yeah.
You're honestly going better from you. Of course, you can do better.
Yeah.
You have to do better.
I think I gave Justice League 2017 like a 1.5
No.
out of 5.
That's fair.
And I like I said, I gave this one a 4
Yep.
initially, and then I calmed down and I was like, it's not a 4.
Yeah.
I busted down to 3.5, which is probably still generous, because the beginning of the review I wrote was, this movie's too damn long.
It's so slow.
It's just
It's so slow.
why
Why did
I get
everything
it.
have to be so slow?
I get it. Keep it for another member of the Main Street Cinema chat said, keep all the scenes slow mo with Flash at least.
Yeah.
But going back to that, could you at least use some of that money to change the way he runs?
Right.
Because
Why does he always have lightning? Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
What is this?
I honestly
What
started.
is that?
I started to look it up. Like, wait a minute. Maybe long distance runners. Maybe the super runners. Maybe that's a thing. Like, I have no idea.
He's running so fast he's falling. What, he has no control of what he's doing.
Or maybe it's just you're only seeing parts of where his arms would be because he's moving so fast that you.
It's the goofiest looking thing.
It's terrible.
It's just so goofy.
Terrible. It looks like a speed skater.
Yeah. You don't want it to
Oh,
look
that's
like...
what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing the speed skating thing. They're like, hey, do what speed skaters do. That's the way you would go through the time force.
Yeah. Yeah.
The speed force.
Nothing bad about those. Nothing bad. Anything else bad about Flash? Nothing bad about. We didn't say the good things about Cyborg getting more story.
Yeah,
really.
man.
We did.
Ray Fisher's great.
So
he was really good.
I don't want to give too much away, but you should watch that. Watch it so you can see the Cyborg portion. Unless you don't care about this movie, you're not. Gonna watch
In which case, it doesn't
you're not
matter.
gonna watch.
Yeah.
But really, the other real bad stuff. What was there? It was really.
I mean,
it's the same movie.
That's the problem.
So that's the
man.
thing. Like,
it's
that
just
stuff is still there.
overall, the story is bad. I mean, I haven't liked Amy Adams as Lois Lane yet. I mean,
she's just a good actress.
She exactly.
That's it.
She's
She's a good actress
in
playing a role.
She just and you feel
You
that.
could put Nicole Kidman there, dye her hair red.
Exactly.
Nicole Kidman.
Of course.
Okay.
Naomi Watts. Sure.
Okay,
They're gonna
sure.
do it. Whatever.
That's
just what they
Joker
do.
scene. I'm going to say
Okay.
that one was bad. I
Okay.
didn't particularly care. Well, one, it just doesn't make any freaking sense.
Of course not.
You're in a nightmare world, and the concern is that Superman is the person that's coming to fuck everyone up.
Yeah.
And you're like, do we need this guy? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, why? So he can get punched into oblivion? Everyone else here can do something. Maybe Batman's got some kryptonite in his belt.
Maybe.
What's
Slade Wilson might
what's
have
Joker gonna
something.
do? Spray him with laugh gas? What's he
Maybe.
gonna do?
Maybe he has magic. Magic still fucks him up if they're going with that version of the DCU.
I don't know why Joker was there, aside from
to do his
aside from wanting to have Jared Leto in the movie, because this was not in the original version he shot.
Yep.
He added this.
dressed up as Heath Ledger,
Like-
no less. Like full on
And-
Joker regalia.
So, I mean, this tells you that even if there was a plan to move forward with the nightmare scene as like the continuance of his Dark Superman story, which he was going to get into with Flashpoint and all of that, Joker wasn't figured into the original. So why did he put him in this one just to talk about Robin and be a weirdo and show us where Batman gets that card?
Well, and
in the nightmare
give him
scene.
the card, and then
Yeah.
also explain to him about killing Jason Todd.
Yes.
A little fan service to everybody.
Aside from it being pandering fan service.
That's all it was. It was 100%. That was
So
how
that's
he
one of
got
those,
the.
cut that shit.
That's how we got that's how we got the extra half star. That's why he got the extra half star. It bumped up because you have, although Mira, I have no reason to have Amber Heard in there. She's such
every
a boring
reason. Just let her stand there.
Oh, I'll get me valid.
Just let Amber Heard stand places.
That's
preferably with nothing that she can throw. Nothing to throw at you. You don't want that.
No, because apparently that's awful.
Yeah.
And countless.
If you date her, don't wear trinkets and take them off. Did I say Johnny Depp wears trinkets?
Yeah, I was going to say, just don't be Johnny Depp.
Don't accessorize.
Yeah, don't accessorize.
Fucking Johnny Depp. All right. I think that's enough of the bad. The ugly, I think we touched on the bad. Did you have anything that you really were just like, no?
Look, I still have an issue with Ezra Miller's Barry Allen. I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean that's
just a.
I watch Flash on the CW, so I'm a Grant Gustin guy.
So I like Grant Gustin a lot more. I watched the first couple seasons. I was pissed after their Flashpoint. I wasn't excited about that, so I was like,
they did that well. The cartoon does it the best.
Exactly.
They did it well. Exactly. They did it. I'm pretty sure. I'm saying this now. The WB's gonna jack up Flashpoint.
Well, of course they are.
They're not gonna do it right.
No, it's the WB.
And then we're gonna ask for a Snydercut when he's not involved with it. What would he have done?
Oh, God.
What would he have done?
Maybe Zach could do it better.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he's not bad. It's just not good. No. I think that's the problem. We were comparing it all to 2017, which was a nightmare from the get.
Yeah.
And what we wound up with was a whole lot of a movie.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. And it was substantially better than the last one, and I can probably watch it again in maybe a year.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute.
I'm good.
Best edition?
For me, actually, I'd say the Flash story.
The Flash story.
The Flash story. With most of his scenes. Okay, so there's a scene in 2017 where he shows up, and they're supposed to, like when they first all team up, it's him, Batman, and Aquaman shows up later. I'm sorry, him, Batman, and Cyborg. They all show up, and they're supposed to go in, and he's like, I'm afraid to fight. I've never fought anyone. I've just pushed them. I don't know what to do. Dude, I was furious over that. There was another point of just what in the crap?
Yeah.
And they did that better. He just shows up, and they fight. You know, they join. They figure it out. They work. Batman's calling out the orders because, of course, he is. I mean, everything worked. And Wonder Woman showing up being a badass doing her thing as the team lead, but Batman's the strategist. They just showed every character better. They made their qualities what they're supposed to be. They didn't make them great. They didn't show anyone doing anything fantastically. They didn't give anyone anything supreme except Superman, of course, because he's fucking Superman. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to jack up everything.
Yeah.
He's going to go up and soak in some rays. Exactly what he did. Fly down, get fully charged, and just be Superman.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I kind of didn't like DC at a certain point when I was growing up. I was like, yeah, but every comic book, he's just Superman. And he's going to Superman everything.
Yeah, for sure.
What do I expect out of this?
That's why, you still can't have Superman flying too early. There was, okay. But my favorite edition is going to be definitely the extended versions of these of the action scenes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go with the final fight more so. Just that sequence, using Barry as the catalyst to jumpstart the mother box. And you still have Superman there for the strength reason to be able to bust the hell out of. But the good thing that they did was it wasn't just Superman that beat the hell out of Steppenwolf this time. All of them got their
Diana
licks in.
got in there.
Got their licks in, right? Well, all of the big god type people.
Yeah.
So your Superman, your Aquaman, and your
Aquaman
Diana.
hit hard, which was awesome, and it was good to have that. It was good to see everybody.
I was like, this is a way better scene.
Way better.
Why? Who cut this? Why?
Yeah, no, that was a fantastic
don't get
scene.
Why you cut that.
It was really good because it gave us a great fight sequences.
Yeah.
All the fight sequences were better. It made it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Now, still getting through the first hour and a half of slow-mo, once again, it's a lot of slow-mo.
So much slow-mo. So much slow-mo. Most unnecessary addition.
Oh, the slow motion. The slow motion.
Is that even an addition with Zack Snyder?
I mean, valid.
It's expected.
It's like Michael Bay and explosions. You know they're coming.
It's, there's slow-mo in the original. It's less. It's less
but
because you shouldn't have that much.
Everything's less in the original, and that's the problem.
The studio, look, I don't blame the studio for wanting to cut 4 hours down.
Yeah.
But let's assume he cuts it down to like 2 hours and 21 minutes, which is the number I've heard. He had a cut for theatrical release. 2 hours and 21 minutes before post-production. That cut goes to Whedon. They tell Whedon he needs to make it 2 hours. Whedon then tries to whittle that down and then
reshoot
and do
add.
research, and then they take stuff out of what he did.
Yep.
How many times did the studio do things? Can't blame Whedon for all of this.
Nope.
But I can say, if you can't tell your story fucking less than 3 hours, it's probably because you needed solo movies.
Yeah.
For some of these characters, and it's just too much to put on. It was too much to put on one movie.
Warner Brothers has made the same issue over and over again, where they try to just hurry everything along.
They wanted to be wanted an Avengers.
Exactly. And they wanted to rush through the Avengers to get there, and that's not how it works.
Guess what? You made Joker a rated R, and it made more money.
Yeah.
Just make a good movie.
Just try it. Joker was good.
We like it.
We all watch Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Batman Nolan was awesome.
I don't think most people understand Tenet still, though.
Why would we? Everyone watched it. Everyone watched it once and went, I could think more on this.
I got it.
Good.
I got it.
I know it. I totally know it, guys. Yeah.
Most unnecessary addition for me. Probably it's not because it's fan service, the Joker thing. But I'll probably go with the slow motion also. It's just too long.
It's so long.
If I could go through and cut out 20 minutes of slow-mo, probably help.
Yeah. If I don't see when I start this movie 4 hours, if you tell me it's 3 hours and 52 minutes, I go, cool. I can make that.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because it's only almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
But when you watch the whole damn thing, 4 hours and 3 minutes, it's too much.
Just people walking slow as shit. Get out of here.
Good. Move it along, people. I got shit to do.
Get out of here. So there's already sequel talk.
Of course.
In the fandom out there.
Shocking.
There needs to be a sequel
now.
But the WB has movies in production. Do you see them letting him make a sequel that has nothing to do with the ongoing DCE movies on HBO Max?
It's WB, so Warner Brothers, I'm going to say right now, they will.
They might do it.
They will do it.
I'm scared that they will do this, but also, I'm excited. I just don't want studios to capitulate to these people too much. Because then it's like, hey, accept the art that you got.
Yeah.
Don't, just cry and try to get something different because you don't like it.
Well, think about Fantastic Four fans.
Yes.
What they've had to deal with.
Think about fans of Mephisto.
Oh. All 7 of them?
Let Kevin Feige find out. He's just Mephisto pops out in Falcon Winter Soldier just because they kept asking for it.
Yeah.
Just makes no sense at all. Yeah.
Mr. Sinister in that? That'd be fun.
Oh, God. It would be fun. And, look, the Essex Corp stuff that happened in New Mutants was good. So,
yeah, it was.
Good setup. Why don't you bring it over?
Yep.
But, it could happen. Sequel can happen. Because WB's crazy. I agree with that.
That's what they're going to do.
I don't think it should.
No. It's a nightmare hell of ideas. And they don't need to do it.
There is the belief that if this does really well, the WB will be forced to put Zack Snyder back in charge.
Well, here's what we're going to get. Here's what's going to happen. The WB is going to jump in and start going, all right, so just like DC did many years ago before New 52, they had a New 52 it because they broke off and did too many fucking Earths and multiverses and no characters really connected because there were 17 Justice League books and all this other crap.
Yeah.
It's what's going to happen with Warner Brothers. They're going to do it to themselves, and they've already done it with this creating the Nolanverse. So now we're getting pockets of universes. We got Tim Burton's universe,
and we're about to get the new verse with Twilight Batman.
Yeah,
Robert Pattinson.
Oh God,
call him by his name.
Shiny Batman.
I'm not gonna look. I like Robert Pattinson. Y'all need to calm down.
No, look, Robert Pattinson
He's a great
is a good
actor.
He's a good actor. He was a good actor. I mean, Water for Elephants. That was a solid movie. He was
everything
good in that.
After. First of all, Twilight's not bad. I don't know what's wrong with you people. Unless you
the following of Twilight is a nightmare.
Yeah,
and no, it's a nightmare for those people to be so hardcore into it.
Yeah,
where you
I'm
have
not,
to.
I'm not like that.
It's too much. Jacob versus Edward, really, all day, every day.
If you like Hunger Games and stuff, you probably like Twilight.
I like Hunger Games.
Like, and you probably like Maze Runner. Like those
No.
are. You don't like Maze Runner?
I didn't dig Maze Runner.
No?
It was very in-depth and odd.
The first one's okay. The other ones, I'm like, what's going on here?
It really diverged. That whole Divergent series, they jumped too much.
Oh my god. So we don't think. Well, again, we don't know. The WB might give Snyder some control
I
of
honestly
something.
think they're going to.
Dude,
100%. It's going to be a new
It says
pivot.
78% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 9.2 on IMDb. It's very inflated
94%.
because people are literally creating accounts to vote on this
94% on Google users, which, yes, is inflated.
94% for this movie. 94.
Because it's so much better than what happened.
God. I know. You just
It's so
start.
much better.
You're starting from the bottom, not what the fuck?
I mean, seriously, you went in with like zero expectations,
Oh
because
my
if you
God.
made one part better, Kingsley, if you made one part better, that thing is going to be, people are going to love it.
It's so.
They made the fighting better. They had the story better. They gave us better characters, but it still wasn't a good movie. How did that? It's not bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good.
I don't know. You know, I will see what everyone sees, what the final reactions are.
Yeah.
Because apparently, you know, people are. This is the one we deserve.
Of course.
I mean, I'm gonna say, I would have preferred a cut of this in the theater.
Yeah.
Not what we got.
Yeah.
I would not have preferred this. I don't want to watch the 4-hour. Like, it's not palatable. Like, two-parter. Something. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
should be
get that.
2 movies, or it should be like a miniseries.
Well, I
or
like this the way they streamed it, because if they had given us the option of when they had the parts, if they just break it up some way into the parts, that would work out much better.
Yeah.
That would have been fine, because then it's palatable.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, I'm going to watch this part of the episode and then this part of the episode. So they do kind of give you that option.
Yes.
But I don't understand why the fucking network wouldn't have just cut it up that way for me.
Part 6, and then an epilogue,
Yeah.
and then whatever the hell that was after that.
The
right?
part you didn't like, the dream sequence part and all that. Well, that was part of the epilogue. I mean,
Was
it
it
made
part of the
sense.
epilogue?
I think
So many parts.
there was a lot of parts, man. There was a lot of parts. It's just like when you find out the human body. There's a lot of
Jesus.
parts.
Well, I think we've covered most of
Yeah.
this movie.
At this point,
It's a 4. At
that's it.
this point, we just have to recite the lines from the movie, because there's really nothing else.
We're
to talk
getting-
about.
we're getting
If you
close.
saw the 2017 version, you see this version. Things are different.
Yeah.
Things are not different.
There's better fights. There's better things.
But you know, other than that, what else can we say?
We can say that it was a movie.
Well, I see the Snydercut. It's a movie.
It's a Snydercut. It's a movie.
Snydercut better than the last one.
Yeah.
Marginally.
It's
Maybe.
still the story, and the story
Yeah.
is weak.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The story
Yeah.
was weak. So,
Well, Casey, I want to thank you for showing up.
my friend, thank you
First
for having
time.
me. This was awesome.
This
I
was great.
appreciate it.
We will get you back on here. We'll come on yours if you have space.
Absolutely. You guys can find me at Casey the Madman at thescenesnobs.com.
And
Come
we
on and check our junks out.
I will link that down below in the comment section, so you guys can find his podcast. And let us know what you guys think about the movie. Did you love it? I know there's going to be some downvotes, and guess
Oh, yeah.
what? Go fuck yourself.
No, I'm interested. I want to hear it.
I want to know if you love this
It's
thing
not-
so much that it changed your life.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad movie. No one's saying we're not crapping on it.
No,
It's
the
just-
first one's bad. This
first
one's
one's
okay.
awful. This one was better.
This one's okay. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Hey. Why are you yelling into the?
Welcome to the Wild Interrupter.
I don't know where we were.
Just saying goodbye. And how
Yeah.
much we love and appreciate everybody. And we're going to have some downvotes. Life is going to move on.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
This was good.
Yeah.
And if you have the 4 hours to invest. If you don't. There's a lot going on. A lot going on.
We will see you guys next time.
We love you, America.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Be good to each
Later.
other.